Alright, this should be kind of a short video. The customer brought this in complaining that since they've changed their oil, the car doesn't go over 20 miles an hour. They took it to AutoZone and it had codes in it for the transmission. So the customer changed their own oil. When I pulled it in, I could hear the transmission didn't sound like it had any fluid in it. And I don't know if y'all can see that dipstick, but the fluid level is supposed to be right about here where that first dot is. As you can see, it's like way up here. So what they did was they drained their transmission fluid instead of their oil and then put more oil in it. So what we're about to do is do another oil change on it, put the correct amount of oil in it, and top the transmission back off with trans fluid. Alright, so we're going to set this up over here and catch the oil that comes out and see. It should have about 9 quarts in it, give or take maybe half a quart for whatever they drained out when they changed the filter, because it does look like they put a new filter on it. So let's see here if we can't catch this oil and see just how much is in here. All right, we're about to hit the 4.5 mark, which is where it should stop, and we're still going. So it does appear that they did not drain the oil. And if we look right here, we can see that it's kind of wet around the transmission drain plug. So I'm pretty sure that's what they did, was drain their transmission fluid and then fill it back up with oil. Or just put more oil back in the car, because they never did drain the oil.
Where are we at, 6?
Yep, we're at 6.5 quarts.
Still going.
And it's still going. Now, they would have lost some because they did change the oil filter.
It's going to top off at 7.
But it does look like it's going to make it to 8. I'm pretty sure it's going to make it to 8. I'll bring you back whenever it stops. Alright, just over 8.5 quarts. I've actually set this thing up level. It probably is closer to 8. So, right about 8 quarts. I'm going to attempt to catch what comes out when I take the oil filter off, but that's a little bit harder to do. Alright, that was a direct hit. Oh! Yeah, one spot's missing it. And once I pull this on off, it's going to speed up. There we go. Oh yeah, over 8 quarts. Alright, I'm gonna get that filter on, get it topped off, and we will start on the transmission. Alright, I've done enough drain and fills on these to know that it normally takes about 4 quarts. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 quarts of NS3 CVT fluid to the transmission. And then we will check it and see where we're at. Alright, we got topped off with oil. We got transmission fluid in it. Then we're gonna raise it up, check the fluid level. It's the same way you do it whenever you replace the transmission. Alright, we're pulling our plug out the transmission. And it's running out, so we'll let it warm up and get that down to a trickle. Alright, so that's the codes that they've set running it low on fluid. We're gonna hope that it clears and the car drives after we top it off and there's no permanent damage. For right now, I just need to monitor the temperature so that I know when my fluid level is correct. So I'll go ahead and look at fluid temp, and once that gets to about, we're at about 110, and we want just a little drip coming out of that plug. then we know our fluid level's correct. So let's let it warm on up. All right, we're up to about 102 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna go ahead and plug this off. You see we had a nice slow drip. That's what we want. We'll plug that off, and now we'll clear the codes, go drive it, make sure nothing comes back. All right, we got codes cleared. Check engine lights off. Let's go see if she drives. Now, when I first pulled it in, I could barely get it in the shop. And that's whenever I realized there was no transmission fluid in it. So far, so good. Got Kelly taking a stroll over here. See if these people realize who's got the right of way. They did. A lot of times people forget who's got the right of way, I guess, because it's a parking lot, but you still got the right of way when you're making a right-hand turn right there on a green light. Same as if you were going straight, they couldn't turn. Everything seems to be doing good so far. Got to set at a red light. And we back on the road again. So I'm hoping they didn't really drive this car far, because all it takes is for that chain to slip once and you mess up the chain and the pulleys. Yeah, it's shifting fine. I don't feel nothing slipping. I always say shifting, even though technically it's just changing pulley sizes, change ratios. We're happily cruising along, no problems. So this one seems to be good. If y'all enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, go ahead and subscribe. I am trying to post at least one video a week. Something interesting comes in, I'll post it. So it could possibly be 3 or 4 videos a week, but there will be at least one video a week. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and as always, y'all have a great day.